talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Time for the morning buzz, and that was President Biden dodging questions on the deadly Hawaiian wildfires. Biden seen relaxing on the beach during another weekend trip to Delaware as the fires were raging out of control. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre questioned on why he hasn't spoken about the disaster yet. Watch this.
Has the president given any advice that he should not speak about Hawaii at this point?
You could expect to hear from the president on this issue. Clearly, it is something that is deeply concerning to him when it comes to the wildfires that we have seen in Maui.
I'm asking about the president's
No, I just said you'll hear from the president on this. I don't have anything to announce at this time, but certainly he's the president, right? You're going to hear from him.
Has President Biden spoken to any family members of wildfire victims or plans to in the future?
I don't have any calls to speak to at this time.
You know, just to be clear here, Todd, multiple reporters were asking her about this. I mean, it's really shocking. This is one of the deadliest wildfires in U.S. history. 99 people dead. And it's a no comment from President Biden.
It's a layup question, Cheryl. This isn't asking about the Hunter Biden scandal, for which, from a legal perspective, the lawyer in me says, hey, you might want to throw a few no comments there. This is asking about death and destruction for which the American people and all people turn to a leader for soothing comments in a time of sadness. This is an easy one. The statement should be, my heart goes out to the people of Lahaina, the people of Maui. We're praying for them. We're going to get them the resources that they need to recover. That's it. That's simple. That shows to me either one of two things. Either he is a heartless, cruel individual, or B, he can't speak extemporaneously at this point. And I don't know which one it is. I have a hunch it's number two, because I just don't think anybody, as much as we have attacked Joe Biden for being callous with regard to his granddaughter and callous with regard to, I can't see him being callous to the death of 100 people. I don't think he's able to form a statement.
That's what I agree with you. What doesn't make sense is the death toll, the children, Jessica.
No one could be callous when you see the footage of that and hear about what's happened. But that is politics 101, right? I mean, this isn't hard. You say, we're praying for them, or, I'm checking in, I'm being kept abreast, we're deploying resources. You don't have to go there. But don't say no comment and then sit on the beach while Hawaii burns. I mean, it's just so tone deaf. It's politics 101, and he blew it.
Maybe I'm going to try and give him a break here. Maybe he was advised not to, I don't know. Maybe the staff is on vacation with him and they just didn't get it together to come up with a statement. Just write a statement. It doesn't even have to be from him. You can just write one that says the president they don't even do that.
I agree.
I'm kind of blaming the White House on this one as well.
And in our hyper-politicized world, I'm not saying this would be right, but I would almost understand if this were in a Republican district. But this is in the most blue area that you can get. And you've seen the blue representatives out there, the far left Democrats, saying, hey, President Biden, where are you? And that just underscores the confusion with this lack of a statement. You'd think at least from a political perspective, you would say something in regard to the people that voted for you, yet you're not saying anything. And to your point, like, children are dead. We know some reports that we're going to see some really bad numbers potentially coming out.
It's devastating.
It's horrific.
It's devastating. We do want to let everybody know that Fox is partnering with the Red Cross to help those affected by the wildfires. Text Hawaii 90999. Make a $10 donation or scan the QR code that you see on your screen right there.